Good morning and welcome to this new webinar. Before we get started, I'm going to go through the agenda. So we will start with the introduction and overview with a short introduction to NNCs, as well as the evolution of the advertisement market with some use cases. And the second part, which is more technical, with regionalized and personalized ad solution, AdsRich, as well as data analytics to better reach your audience, as well as standardization and a demo. For the live demo, you will just ask us after the webinar. We will be great to show you this demo. And then we will do a section with question and answers. If we don't have time to answer to all of your questions, don't worry, we will answer them after the webinar.
Hello, good morning. So I'm Faisal Kartobi, and let me give you a short introduction about NNCs. As you may know, NNC's goal is to efficiently deliver primarily video, but also any kind of multimedia content across all networks, satellites, terrestrial, cable, fiber, in addition to mobile network 4G, 5G. So we optimize, secure, and monetize the delivery of media. And today we focus on monetization and on AdsRich linear TV monetization. So first of all, a quick introduction about the evolution of advertising markets. So as you know, a lot of digital internet has a new competitor. TV has a new competitor, sorry, in advertising the internet. Investment in internet advertising has grown steadily, overtaking TV advertising in 2017. Google and Facebook monopolize 70% of the market share and around 80% of the growth. How can be explained? The strength of digital advertising is the connectivity, the return pass. And so one of the origin, one of the, let's say, the stake of addressable TV is how TV can resist and counter-attack to internet using the return pass. So as I said, the strength of digital advertising is ultra connectivity. And now the fact is TVs today are massively connected because on the internet because of non-linear services like the big SVOD platforms, and they open up a wide range of possibility. So yes, the TV are massively connected. And now for advertiser, for TV channel, it's an opportunity to use it and to exploit it for new services by using HbbTV. So HbbTV for broadcast broadband TV is the best way to combine linear TV and the return pass using the internet. Because today, who take advantage on connectivity and connected TV is the SVOD platforms mostly. And now for a TV channel, it is a question of rallying audiences and its brands to simultaneously offer several million viewers services, such as replay, catch-up TV, and addressable advertising. So, as you know, the TV is the most powerful media, the only one can bring to advertisers a million people simultaneously, in front. Internet cannot do that. So imagine the power of combining broadcast and broadband. In comparison with the stores of mobile application, for example, the promotion of an HbbTV service will be much more powerful than what it's existing on mobile application. And HbbTV opportunities is three major things. First, the data, so access to the data for linear, new metrics, of course, profiling for targeting advertising, content and service auto distribution, so replay, catch up, start over, time shifting, and of course, advertising, which is our topics today. Linear optimization, linear advertising optimization thanks to the data, and of course, targeted advertising. So, and what's going on in regard to advertising? The question is, how can we combine the best of linear TV with the best of digital? With collaborative partnership between broadcast experts and ad tech experts, this collaborative partnership take advantage of the expertise in both fields. On one side, the masters of broadcast stream, signaling, and TV sets, and the others, expert in ad decisioning and inventory management, together optimizing the unification of TV and digital. I strongly believe that addressable TV is, first of all, a broadcast topic with adding digital capabilities. It's not use TV like a digital device. Quality of experience, linear, live, all the broadcast TV strength should be kept and built upon a new area of addressable TV. So, yes, so as we are a broadcast expert at NNCs, we work with ad tech experts. And then we are playing in our favorite fields, broadcast for us, ad tech for the other. And we are not trying to build, let's say, an ad tech platform with ad decisioning, but to be interfaced with them in the best way. And this is a major factor key success for addressable advertising. So let me show you a first use case, very interesting, with a major French broadcaster, public broadcaster, France Télévisions, which is around 40% of audiences in France, in share of the share market in France. And so we have achieved a POC with 4 brands: BNP Paribas, banking; Carglass, which is a car reparation; Decathlon Sports; and Mylan Medics. And so the idea was to, first of all, get consent, so collect data regarding the GDPR and GDPR compliant, so with a consent management platform. And Yvan will explain you just after how it works. Second, collect behavior data. Is it a TV household who watch sports, news, family programs? Third, segmentation. 4, profiling segmentation, finance, health, family, and weather. And then targeting. So we replace a broadcast ad, national broadcast ad, by a targeting ad based on the profiling, based on the data collected on linear television. And so to do that, we have several products, and Yvan will explain that. Ad-rich regionalization, Ad-rich MediaCast for smart signaling, which is very important, the synchronization to keep a good quality of experience. Ad-rich DAI for dynamic ad insertion, video and banner, and ad-rich TV data for collecting and profiling the data. So I will let Yvan continue the presentation.
Good morning. So I'm Ivan. So we have at NNSys a solution for all ad insertion called AdReach, divided in two solutions. So one for regionalization and the other one for addressable TV. So AdReach benefits the idea is to generate more revenue with relevant and targeted content, and to greater engage your audience with targeted content, and also to give access to local advertisers to TV campaigns. So first, the regional solution. So we have in this solution two products. So the first one, the AdsEdge. So it's a splicer based on the SCOTY certified markers. So it's a standardized solution with these SCOTY markers and SCOTY 118 schedules. It's the lowest splicer, so lowest latency on the market. And with this regional solution, so it's a network side insertion solution. So we are receiver agnostic, and we generate also ASRun logs and technical logs for proof of insertion for traffic billing system. And we will go back after with this solution. So we are compliant with DTT and also other networks, and we embed 100 more than 100 gigabytes storage in this solution. And we also have another product, so called Campaign Manager, to manage all these AdsEdge networks and to control your ads replacement solution, to generate the schedules also. And we are interfaces with a major ad server solution to automatically generate the schedules and to plan your ad insertion in all your network by region. And with these campaign solutions, we are also able to deliver the content, so all the advertisement and the schedules, to each AdsEdge in each region. And we give access to different broadcasters to have the reports only on their content, on their services. So we have a separate and secured access per broadcaster. So the principle of this solution, so we have the campaign manager. So this, as I said, this campaign manager is accessible for broadcasters and advertising sales house to push their spots per TV channel, and they can also push or create playlists for each region. So these playlists are necessary to know which spots have to be inserted per break and per region. And this playlist can be also, as I said, automatically generated with ad server integration. And to enable the ad insertion, so we used SCOTY certified triggers, and these triggers are generated by the encoders. So we are able to replace in one break one spot, for example, or the entire break. And we manage in this AdsEdge solution insertion into up to 8 TV services in parallel. So with one splicer, we can support 8 TV services, and in one chassis, we are able to make the ad insertion into up to 48 TV channels. So NNSys AdReach regional solution is a network side ad insertion solution. So we are receiver agnostic, and this solution is applicable to DTT, OTT, IPTV, and also cable networks. So for all these networks, the campaign manager is a centralized solution. So we install it in the national headend, and we are able to manage all AdsEdge in your network. The campaign manager can deliver all the content, so out of band with a FTP or HTTP protocol, or inbound. And in this use case, the campaign manager, with this inbound use case, we send a data carousel with playlist and spot with a configurable bitrate. So you you have to reserve a bandwidth for this carousel, and we use file delivery protocol. So with now we can focus on different networks. So for DTT, you can install AdZedge on each transmission site of a region where the insertion is enabled. And our solution is compliant with MFN networks and also with SFN networks. So we have a deterministic ad insertion processing to keep SFN broadcasting. And for the other networks, for cable networks, on IPTV, the AdZedge can be installed on the national or regional EDEN. And for OTT, we are also able to make ad insertion. So you have to install our AdZedge before the packager, and we use the SCOTI certified markers to enable the ad insertion processing. So this solution is applicable for all these 4 networks and give you a unique solution to make the regional ad insertion. So the first use case, the first application, of course, is linear ad substitution, so on regional basis, or to replace, for example, international content by national or regional content. And we are also, there is other application for this solution, so we can also support TV blackout, ads blocking, or linear content, whatever content. So for example, TV news, political programs, or weather. And for the other TV blackout and ads blocking, so if you don't have the rights to display a specific advertisement, we can substitute this advertisement by a promotion or another advertisement in your network. So that's all for the regional solution. So regarding addressable solution, so this solution, as Faisal said before, is applicable for connected TV compliant with HbbTV standards. And we also have this kind of solution for ATSC3, but today we will only focus on HbbTV. So this solution is compliant with DTT and also DTH networks. So as regional solution, the goal of AdReach addressable is to generate more revenue by monetizing TV contents, to also give access to local announcers. And with this solution, we are able to target per household the advertisement. So you can really have a targeted ad insertion solution with this AdReach addressable. And this AdReach addressable solution is a client-side solution. So in this AdReach addressable solution, so we have 3 solutions. So first, the DAS solution, so for dynamic ad substitution on TV per household with a frame accurate substitution and fully ad served. So we are already connected with a major ad server as a regional solution. We also have a solution for banners, so for L banners, but also for overlay, for example, with synchronized or unsynchronized banner, also fully ad served, and with an adaptive solution to support a maximum of TVs. And the last solution is TV data for real-time audience measurement, and with TV content management platforms and with APIs to deliver all this data to your DMPs, so your data management platforms. And for these 3 solutions, we provide an SDK. So this SDK can be integrated in your HbbTV application per broadcaster. So how to integrate our solution in your existing ecosystem? So our SDK, as I said before, is integrated in the Broadcaster HbbTV application. To enable ad substitution or banner insertion, we need HbbTV stream events. So the TV sets are only able to support and to use this HbbTV stream event. And we propose a solution called AdReach MediaCast to do the conversion between SCOTI certified triggers into stream events for HbbTV receivers. So we have this solution, and I will give you more information about this MediaCast AdReach. So, for example, for an ad substitution use case, when stream events are received, so we send an ad request to the ad server. So we are connected with major ad servers. Then we preload the video ad according to the ad response on the CDN, and we make the substitution, so a seamless, a frame accurate substitution. And we manage the switch from the live to the targeted content and the switch back to the live. During the substitution, we send quartile tracking, and with this information, we need we know if the viewers watch only a part of the advertisement or the full advertisement. And we have an AdReach platforms to manage receivers compatibilities. Sorry, and we have a system, a mechanism of whitelisting or blacklisting, and we give access to reports also and monitoring with full analytics. So and also in our solution, so we also have a lot of receivers to test our solution. So in our lab, and we can check and make this whitelisting and blacklisting solution. So the main, as Faisal said, the key factor to enable ad insertion in addressable world, in HbbTV world, is the synchronization. So we develop this MediaCast AdReach solution to convert SCOTI certified into stream events compatible with the new standard, so DVB A178.2, and we use the BTS information to convert SCOTI certified into HbbTV stream events. And this MediaCast AdReach is also able to insert the HbbTV signaling, so to insert all the tables. And we are also able to manually generate stream events, so without SCOTI certified. So for example, if you only want to make banners insertion, for example, you don't need an accurate timing. So we are able to manually generate the stream events. And with this MediaCast solutions, we also support multi-program. So we can enable the HbbTV signaling and the conversion for all your program in the multiplex. So now we can focus on the data analytics to better reach your audience and to make a better addressable insertion. So we, as I said before, so we have a TV data SDK. So we provide this SDK, and you can integrate this SDK in your HbbTV application. So on the network side, you need to insert the HbbTV signaling, and then on the receiver side, so we have this SDK and connected to our platform, and we collect the audience measurements compliant with GDPR, and we also have an opt-in, so a consent management to ask to viewers if they allow us to collect personalized data. And for the audience measurement, it's anonymized data. So one important thing in with this solution, so the data, the owner of the data is the broadcaster. So it's a really important point. So with HGV-TV solution, the data is yours. So we collect the data and we are connected with your DMP. So we have APIs for connection with your favorite, so with your existing DMP, and we can send all this data to your DMP. And we are privacy by design. So as I say, we are compliant with the GDPR regulation. So TV data is a real-time audience measurement. So we collect in real time anonymized audience viewers data and give you all this information with this specific user interface. So the data can be used by head of programs to have information and to take decision if one specific programs there is a lot of viewers or no, and for advertising sales house to sell their TV campaigns, so data-driven campaigns. We can have this real-time audience measurements per TV channels and also per region. So per channels, per region, so you have all this information in real time. You can understand your audience and visualize and measure all this variation. So with this data, you can optimize your revenues, as I said before, to make data-driven campaigns. And with this data, so we have real-time audience measurement, and also we can collect other data for the segmentation, so to make the targeted advertising, to enable the targeted advertising. So as Faisal said before, in the France Television use case, so we ask for the consent. So we have a TV consent solution, management solution. So we provide also an SDK for this solution, and then on the TV set, we inform the viewers. So we ask for consent, and if they give us the consent, we are able to collect data per viewers. Okay, and then we have a solution, so compliance with GDPR. So to have a end-to-end data protection solution. And we provide also a solution for viewers to access to their data. So they can access at any time on their data, and they can disable also if they want their consent. And we have so information collected in real time, so accurate and complete data necessary to for the segmentation. And for all the use case you want to activate. So this data solution, so as we are experts in regionalization and also in HGV-TV solution, so we enable for you to combine both technology. So we are able to enable regional audience measurement without specific consent with AdReach Regional and AdReach TV data. So with AdReach Regional, we are able to update signaling in the network, and with TV data, we are able to measure the audience in real time per region, and to know if your campaigns are there is a lot of viewers on the TV. So the regional TV campaigns can be driven thanks to these HGV-TV capabilities, and we are also able to support ad requests. So as I said before, with Campaign Manager, and also with this HGV-TV receivers to report in real-time audience, and also impression tracking, for example, for regional ad insertion. So we can combine both technology. So for both technologies, so we participate actively to the standardization. So we have engineers who participate to this standardization. So we participate to HbbTV targeted advertising standardization. So there is new standards for the receivers. So approved and published by ETSI. So one standard for functional requirements and another one for non-functional requirements. And for the signaling, so as this synchronization for the targeted advertisement is really important. So on DVB, they work on signaling specification for targeted advertising. So with this A178.2 standards, so to enable the conversion between SCOTY certified into HbbTV streaming, so into HbbTV world. And we also have a close relation with TV manufacturers. So we, as I say, we have a lot of TV receivers, HbbTV receivers in our lab to test and to qualify all our solutions. So now we can maybe so we have a demo, and what I propose is to if you want a specific and personalized demo, so on TV data, so as I said, this real-time audience measurement with different statistics, so in real time for all the network and also per channel and per region. So you can ask us to for a specific demo and personalized demo, and we will be happy to give you this demo. So in conclusion, so Adreach, it's a regional and addressable solution. So for the regional part, so we have a solution, a network side content insertion. So this solution is applicable for cable, IPTV, OTT, or DTT networks with a deterministic ad insertion mechanism. We support free-to-air and also pay TV services, so we are able to make the substitution into scrambled services, and we are receivers agnostic as this insertion is done in the network. And for the Adreach addressable solution, so it's a client-side solution for DTT or DTH, standard-based, so based on the HbbTV, DVB, or ATSC3 standards. We can enable the dynamic ad substitution and banner insertion. And we are already integrated, so with major ad decisioning, so ad servers like Freewheel, as in the France Television use case, but also other ad servers. And we have this real-time, so TV data for the real-time audience measurement. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Yvan. So we have several questions. So first question is, what type of TV data can we get from a DTT deployment? So maybe Faisal, you...
Yes. So as we have seen in the Yvan presentation, sorry, we can have several kind of data regarding GDPR. And first of all, for audience measurement, usage measurement, we don't need a consentment. We don't need an opt-in. And then we can collect by second every usage of the TV receivers. But it's not possible to identify the receiver. With a consent regarding GDPR, explicit consent, we can have and collect and save TV consumption. And then we can have a unique ID per TV and and then have per unique ID a TV consumption. And then with a profiling approach, profiling methods, we can have and say these households, this TV is more sport, is more family, is more, and then use that profile to target or to understand better the linear program for antennas, for instance, for the producer of the show to know if this show is more on this region or another region, is more see by people who are child or not, who are watching family program or not, and then to understand how the audience is moving. So two kinds of data. First of all, audience measurement in real time, and then TV consumption, and with probabilistic method, and we can have probabilistic data with a profile.
Thank you, Faisal. I have another question. Could you summarize the possibilities, limitations of solution offered by Enhancys, ads or content substitution, in a DTT network not using HbbTV? So maybe, Yvon, you can answer this question.
Yes. So maybe I can use this slide. So as I said, our regional solution is for DTT network, so for T or T2 networks with free-to-air and pay TV services. So we already deployed this solution in T and T2. Today we deploy in with statistical multiplexes with CBR services, and we work on this solution for VBR services also to don't have this VBR constraint, so it will be available before the end of this year. And we are able also to make, as I said, the substitution into paid TV services. So when we make the substitution, you will have scrambled servicing, and then we switch to unscrambled advertisements and switch back to the scrambled services. So I don't know if you have in this question a specific limitations you want to ask, but today we don't have a high limitation with this solution, so compliance with T and T2 networks.
Thank you, Yvon. I have another question. Is AsRich addressable TV server-side ad insertion solution? Faisal, maybe you can.
Yeah. Okay. So for linear TV on the big screen, so for let's say HbbTV solution, DRI, it's a client-side solution. Because as I said on the first part, is that addressable advertising on linear TV is more broadcast topic, adding digital capabilities. And so server-side insertion is commonly used on OTT, for instance, because it's because of ad blocking. Like that, you can have a workaround for ad blocking, and it's better to do it server side. But it means that you have the replaced content, so the targeted spots are playing streamed on with adaptive bit rates. So sometimes you can have a kind of latency. You may have latency, small or big. It depends of the network. It depends of the capabilities of the smartphone, for instance. On broadcast content, on broadcast addressable advertising, you cannot have latency like in OTT. So imagine you have a whole ad break of 4 advertisements inside, and you want to switch to replace just one of them. Server-side solution for linear TV means that you will switch all the ad break, for instance, because if you switch only one, it's very hard for TV receivers to switch from playing linear broadcast content to stream content instantly. So server-side solution for addressable TV, it's more switch the whole ad break, and then you can have a different quality of content, of ad content for whole ad break depending of the network bandwidth. So for the first one who don't ask anything, who pay, first advertiser who pay for linear broadcast ad, he will have, let's say, a small quality or a variable quality, and he asks anything. So for broadcast business, for broadcast quality of experience, both for advertiser and both for viewers, client-side substitution is the only way to work it properly. And let's say that in linear, in DTT, for instance, or DTH, there is no ad block for the moment, but it seems very difficult to have ad blocking on the TV and on linear DTT broadcast.
Thank you, Faisal. We will see a last question. Is it possible to combine regionalization and personalization?
Yes, so we can combine both. So we, as I say, we are able to make the regional ad substitution and to combine with TV data. So to combine for real-time audience measurement and also for impression tracking. But at the end, we are also able to make the regional ad substitution to have a big reach of viewers, and we can also enable the SCOTI certified, as we have SCOTI certified triggers for the regional ad insertion. We can enable the conversion into HGTV stream events, and to also make the targeted and personalized substitution in HGTV receivers. So we are also able to combine with the regional and addressable substitution.
Okay, thank you, Yvan. Just a short question, and it will be the end afterwards. Please expand client-side insertion for DTH in case of DVB-SIS. So maybe, Faisal, you can answer this question.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Please expand client-side insertion for DTH in case of DVB-SIS.
Maybe Yvan could answer better.
I can answer if you want. So for DTH with this client-side solution, so our solution is we use connected connection. So if you're in DTH, if your set-top box is compliant with HbbTV standards and connected, we are able to enable the ad substitution thanks to HbbTV capabilities. So on the set-top box, we will use the stream events, HbbTV stream events, and insert relevant content. So the content is downloaded through the broadband link, and we make the substitution inside the set-top box. So we are able to make it for DTT and also for DTH networks.
Thank you very much, Yvan. So we will have to end this webinar.